known as Frank 3BC. Well, I was called upon by James Hades to handle this project as his director. When I got the scripts, I went through the scripts. I saw it was a very lovely story, and I asked him if we can still touch some things in the story. He gave a permission and I had to it and everything, and I saw that the story was a bomb. So I was glad we were going to work together.
I put your leg there and nobody has it. Where you always see that this area.
And for us to achieve greater projects, we need to work like a team. So from there we agreed, we went through the story, put everything in place, and we were ready and good to go. So from there I took up the challenge as a director to handle the scripts accordingly and make sure everything was in place.
CEO of Timmy's World Movie Production, a director, cinematographer, and a scriptwriter, editor. In this movie titled EDEINMI, I played as Pena, a friend to AJ, a co-movie producer.
We are taking scene 32. Director, my battery. Yeah.
While shooting, we saw a lot of challenges, but yet God was there to direct us, and we were able to put a good shoot. And the work was a perfect job, and we did our best. I did my best, and I put the rest into the hands of God. The story was a very nice story in the first place. In fact, I will commend James Hades of a DESMAN picture. He is a good storyteller because the story was nice. He talked about the Ijaw film industry. You know, we've been struggling for years on how to come together and talk about our industry because of the lapses and the problems we are facing as producers. We've produced a lot of films, but a lot of problems are setting up because of one, finances, no sponsors.
Hi, my name is Sinla Christine, and I'm an actress. I also do other businesses. But I acted in the movie EDEINMI, The Replacement. It's actually a movie that actually talked about a man who was trying to make sure the Ijaw movies come alive.
Okay.
I have to go on any woman who agrees to marry him or date him to see that I slept with her.
So what? You don't feel me we don't let her come again do. See before you talk about party wine talk about film there and then me over nine part if not I do so for bring the thing. What pass the
movie EDEINMI actually is a great movie. I love it so much. When he called me that he want to shoot and director Frank 3BC is the one handling the directing, I was like, wow, this film will be a cinema standard.
There's a lot of problems because when you work, you need money to take care of your family and all other responsibilities. But yet, as filmmakers in the Ijaw land, we had a lot of challenges. No support, no sponsors, just like the Igbo people who have sponsors. But all their movies you see have been sponsored by either government or some rich men or philanthropists or politicians. But here in our case, there is no sponsor. But we just took it upon us as a challenge that if Igbo people can excel in movie industry, if the Yoruba can excel in movie industry, if Hausas can excel, and other tribes like Benin have a lot of movies, Calabas have a lot of movies, if we, Ijaws, the fourth largest tribe, doesn't have this, then we are failures. How can we be fourth largest tribe in the country yet we don't have movies, documentaries, and musical videos to tell our stories or represent us in the entire world? What will people say about us? They will not know us because For you to know the history of any man, any tribe, any nation, you must see them in TV, documentaries, for people to know that these people exist. So that is why we are taking it upon ourselves to be filmmakers in Ijaw land, just to represent the Ijaw nation. Even though we don't have sponsors from government bodies, we don't have sponsors from individuals, politicians, or whatsoever, but we just try to make sure we represent our people, and that is why we are into this field they call the Ijaw film industry. So now, apart from the challenges, the story talked about the filmmaking aspect. That's what I'm talking about right now. The challenges we face because there's no sponsor, there's no money. It affects our family. So from there, we now talked about the kind of marriage that happened. The producer just talked about it. The kind of marriage happening in Ijaw land is not encouraging. As filmmakers, we are just like prophets. We'll see the problem, we have to provide solutions so that we'll affect our generation positively. And that is exactly what we did with this story. To portray the kind of marriage that is happening in Ijaw land. A man will marry a wife without payment of dowry. That's just like stealing. It is against God's will, God's law, and it's also affecting our generation as Ijaw people. We need to correct it. We need to tell the people so that we'll deviate from that aspect of our lives. It is not good. Let us do the right thing so that God will bless us and we'll move forward.
Our wives accuse us wrongly. So those girls are coming close to directors and producers. Our wives feel that we are going out with such girls in our production houses. And that is exactly what the film is portraying.
I said the past divided, which is a very, very funny role. It's a role of a jealous wife.
So you don't want to sleep with my husband, Abi? You are the one.
A lady came and fights her husband, which is the director, on a set that he is using a certain girl for a lead role almost every of his films. That means he is dating that girl.
This small girl. If you cause no beautiful, I'm not beautiful black man beat out.
He was not dating that girl. He was just projecting that girl to become a star, so that we the Ijaws will know that yes, we have movie stars in our region.
And Bibada is a woman who is very, very jealous. Even though she was trying to make herself popular, she wanted actually to be a famous woman, despite the consequences involved.
For you to become a star, or to roll on set with stars, for me to promote you, you have to move to this house with me.
I know now, but coming to your house is difficult too. And you know, I'm a married woman.
As in the role I played was Francis Ojukwu. He was an Igbo producer who was exploiting the Ijaw filmmakers, as in the Ijaw film producers. You know, he will come to the land. He knows that the Ijaw stories are needed in maybe African magic or whatsoever. So you just exploit them so that they will not be able to move forward while he will be making the money. That's why he said in the movie, he has 2 houses in Aba, Onitsha, here, Lagos, Abuja.
We make money in this business. I am Francis Ojukwu. I am the biggest producer in Nollywood.
I know.
I built 2 houses in Onitsha. I built 2 houses in Aka. I built 2 houses in Aba, in Enugu. I built 2 houses in Lagos, in Abuja.
They've been exploiting us to make money. But now we have realized this and we need to put this in check. When the role was given to me to play Francis, an Igbo producer, I took it upon me. It was a challenge. Let me see. A challenge. That was the most challenging thing I've ever done in my life as an actor. I'm a director, an actor, a cinematographer, an editor. But that was a challenging thing I've ever come across, because for me to begin to imitate like an Igbo guy, speak like an Igbo guy, begin to call R, L, it is not easy. You say now you want to say run, I will say lawn. It is not easy. So I begin to calculate how, begin to change all the alphabet where they have their own flaws. Begin to inculcate them in all my pronunciation. So it was not easy. And apart from that, try to portray what the Igbo man will do to the Ijaw filmmakers. You see what he was doing, trying to manipulate the wife of a producer.
So, baby, good, let me tell you, you are very, very beautiful. I don't even know why you decided to marry that man and give him those two children. I don't know.
And at the end, begin to have an affair with her. At the end, he dumped her.
You don't look like your husband.
So we're trying to tell our girls, because most of them are thinking maybe Nollywood is when they go to the Igbo man's land like Onitsha, Aba, and Asaba. They exploit them, collect money from there, stock money, and they molest them and everything. At the end, they will come back looking down on the Ijo film producers, not knowing that it is the same thing, the same Nollywood. Although this is Ijo chapter. Every industry have their own chapter. The Igbo have their own chapter, the Yoruba have their own chapter, then the Hausas have their own chapter. But this is the Ijo chapter. Even if we are not being sponsored, we are coming up and we know we are going to meet up. That is why we put up this show, so that people will see and know what we're fighting for. Now, aside that, Francis as a role is another aspect of this story that is trying to tell about the movie industry, to enlighten our people here, so that they will know that they are being exploited over there. What you're looking for in Sokoto is in your pocket. I want you to put that in mind, that we can build that. That is why we come up with this body called Nothing, Association of Ijo Filmmakers. We've come together to build the Ijo film industry. Why? When we come together, that is when we'll be able to make things happen. It's because we come together. That's why it is very easy for us to achieve this movie itself, even though we don't have sponsors. Now, another thing I want to talk about Nothing, that Nothing as an umbrella for the Ijo filmmakers. I want to implore all Ijo filmmakers all over Ijo land. Know that Nothing has come to stand. Nothing is going to change it. And we are protecting the right of all Ijo filmmakers. We want to make sure everything we bring out will look like cinema. We want to bring out the best in our movies, because we have stories that the Igbos want to exploit now. But we are going to start to make sure we protect those stories and make sure we make them by ourselves, cinema standard, and make the world know that the Ijo people are also talented people. They are creative people. They are people that are here as a formidable force to be reckoned with. That is the purpose of us coming together under the umbrella of Nothing. I am now the elected president of Nothing. So if you're watching, know that this is the elected president of Nothing 2020. And our mission is to make sure we represent the Ijo, build the image of the Ijo nation.
And the producer is one wonderful person I would like to work with over and over and over again. And also the director of the entire crew, they are wonderful persons. The director was always there to put you through, to always correct you when you're wrong and tell you, hey, this is how it's going to be. It's really strict when it comes to doing his job. And we gave it their best, just as we tried our best to actually make the job industry grow from heights to heights. Thank you very much.
So I advise every home, once the film is out, go and get your copy and watch it. It will teach you a lot of lessons. Go and get your copy. Thank you very much.
And we as Ijo want to let the world know through Nothing that we have come to change the narrative, change the story, and let the people know that we have a story that we want to tell. Why? Because other people will tell our story and brand us criminals, terrorists, and militants, but we are not. For them to know that yes, we are talented and we can do this, and that's why we are putting up this movie. As you watch me, God bless you. Thank you.